Junk Monkey friends, it's Sonia coming live today. Happy Wednesday, it's hump day. How is the week going for you guys? Hopefully it's off to a good start, gonna end well. And you know what, if you got a little creativity in your life this week, you're probably feeling good, right? I don't know about you, but when I get to paint and to get to have fun with paints, it just makes it a better day. How's everybody doing? As you pop on, say hello and tell me where you're watching from. It is always fun. Caitlin's my very first commenter. Caitlin, it's been a long time. How are ya? Linda, how are ya? Lisa, oh my gosh, yay. Hey Carrie, I'm on a little bit earlier today than usual, getting lots of stuff done behind the scenes. Did you guys see the project I did earlier today? Do you see it? Actually, it's right over here. Let me pull it out for you guys. This was an old plank of wood that was laying around my shop. If you watched me last night, I told you that I love to do swatches, right? And this is just an old plank, literally kicking around. And so I just did a quick video on how to do this one, the Just Be sign. So make sure you go back to my Facebook page and you'll see it. And a quick time lapse of how it came to be. And funny story, I'll tell you guys the backstory on this. And so I actually did a sign. Hey, Kate. Would you pass me in my Just Be Brave sign? I think I have everything I need to show you here. Let me see here. What did I do with the other one? There's a funny story. Okay, so yes. So I was asked to do a Just Be Brave sign, and I did it, but I ended up printing off 2 copies of the vinyl, okay? I used this one as a stencil, and then I had a vinyl as well. And so basically I peeled back the sticker, and then I used my vintage white to fill in the inside, right? And so the whole saying says, just be brave. Then I did a tutorial into my Coach and Create Club where somebody had asked me about how to do a certain style finish, and they wanted to know how to do like furniture finishes that kind of have this, like, you see what I'm saying, this like really cool exaggerated like ombre effect, really, you know, really cool blend. And so what I did was I decided to make the word brave into this sign, okay? So it became a brave sign, and this is done with our teal river and our vintage white, and then this is the natural wood, and really showed you how to like make it look like it was kind of like dripping, but at the same time it like really got distressed on there, okay? So if I use the brave part, then I was left with the what? Because remember, the whole sentence was that just be brave. And I don't throw out anything. I just can't throw it out. So then I'm like, just be. That could be a sign as well. So I'm here to tell you today that, you know, just be, and then I put a period, watch how I did this, can be a full sentence in my world, okay? No, as an N-O, can be a complete sentence, and this can be a complete sentence, just be. This is going to be in my studio today, and just be, exist in the moment that we are in, enjoy life for what it is today, don't worry about what's to come, don't worry about what's in the past, but just be and enjoy today, be at peace, just be. So I'm going to leave this for myself in my studio to come in every day and just be creative, just be, and live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's pretty much how things come to be in my life. I tend to use what's around me, what crosses my path, like in terms of when I'm at the thrift store, when I'm driving, and my driving force for creativity is always the parts that are around me, and I'm like, I can't throw that out. What could I possibly do with that, right? Hashtag banana bunch, you guys are awesome. Just be, and put the period, just be. Just be you, just be. All right, yay. Oh, that's so awesome, Heidi. Thank you. I will look that up, absolutely. Hey, Ravonda. So yeah, let's do another $20. We love to celebrate paint around here and share all of our paint goodness. So for somebody joining with us today, I will holler at a winner at the very end of this video. And Kate will put your name up, and then you have until midnight tonight Eastern Standard Time. Email us at junkmonkeypaint@gmail.com so I can get that code to you so you can shop junkmonkeypaint.com and, you know, use your 20 bucks to get something that you want to try. Maybe a cool paint color, maybe you want to try a milk paint instead of chalky style paint, whatever you want. So I was just taking off the handle on this piece. Guys, check this out. Can you see it? Let me turn a little bit more light. You might be able to see it. You see a little bit better there? So here's the deal. Like, I'm serious. For me, this is $9.99. I am a thrifter, and my wheelhouse, like when I go and I shop for things, is gonna be like in the $5 to $10 to $15 range. Anything over that, then it's getting expensive to me, okay? So as a junker, and I've been doing this, you know, painting furniture and selling it for 10 years, I know that furniture is a dime a dozen. So I do not get caught up I do not get caught up when I'm at an auction and something that I'd like to have and it goes for a higher amount than maybe like what I have budgeted. I let it go. Just be. Let it go and be like, you know what? I will find another piece later that fits my budget, right? So yay! Hello, Marlis. Hey, Barbara. All right, so I'm gonna get started on this piece today and get going. I'll share with you some really cute mugs that I recently found to hold my brushes. Oh my gosh, they got owls on them. Yes, and I'll tell you where I found them and I'll share with them. So I'm in a color mode, so just like that piece that I did earlier today, the Just Be piece, you know, I painted it in yellow and did that design on it. And I was like, it's been a long time since I painted in yellow. You know what I mean? Let's give it up for yellow. Who like loves yellow? Is not afraid to show it. I did have my very first kitchen. I actually painted it in yellow. And yes, it had sunflowers. Can you believe it? Sunflowers, because I like, I just like fun stuff, right? It's your space. You come home to it, make it happy. And so I completely did my kitchen in like sunflowers and yellow. It was gorgeous. But I haven't painted in yellow for a while. So this is a black piece right here. We're gonna go with it in yellow. So, you know, I tell you that, you know, when you use black and yellow, much like black and whites, you do have the risk, you run the risk of creating the zebra effect, or because I live in Pittsburgh, Steeler furniture or something like that, because this whole area bleeds black and gold, who knows it? And true story, I moved here and you find these things out, okay? So, but here's the deal. I'm gonna make use of this black today, put some color on top of it, and I'll show you how I kind of soften it to make it work so it doesn't look like sports furniture, okay? You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna use some color. I'm gonna be daring today, so I'm gonna go definitely fun today with this. And so I'm gonna make use of the black that's on here. I don't care in my mind if this furniture would be browny frowny, or in this case, it's got like, it's pressed wood, it's got a black coating over the top of it. That's okay. We're gonna play up that black and put color on it and make it work. You know what I'm saying? You love yellow, Kimberly? Yeah, like some people are like, I kind of do, kind of don't, or like yellow is scary for me. I don't find yellow scary. Like I just enjoy color. Color makes me happy. And, okay, I didn't tell you this part, all right? I didn't tell you this part. There may be also a little red and blue. All right, could you deal with it? Are you still gonna love me anyway? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this, okay? Yes, I am going red, yellow, and blue. Can you even stand it? So I have a vlog coming out today on YouTube at 3:30 this afternoon. I think it gets posted, and it's how to clean your piece and kind of like prep it that way. And I talk you through like my mindset of what I'm thinking when I'm cleaning and why I'm using what I'm using, okay? So watch that a little bit later. The vlog on YouTube is another way to be able to connect with us here at the Junk Monkey if you just want to binge and like get more stuff, you know what I mean? I swear if you're watching these videos, with every video that I post, you should be like picking up all kinds of good tips. I give you guys the shortcuts. I give you the whys of why I do what I do, because I do believe that when you understand why you're doing something, it just makes you understand why you're doing something, right? It just fits in the picture. So, as a shabby painter, let me see, can I get to that drawer underneath? No, so I better keep that one out. All right, so I'm gonna go red right now. So this is red on black, and I am just putting it on with a shabby chip brush, which you guys know I love to use. So because I'm using a shabby chip brush, it is going to definitely show the black through, right? I'm not trying to get it covered entirely. So I could have went totally classic with this piece, and you know, I was like, I could do like an antique lace and do a really cool like farmhouse piece with this, but no, I'm feeling color today, just feeling color. So, and let me just tell you, when I paint furniture, I just go with what my gut says. I don't sit and go like, well, you know, will somebody buy this in my store because, you know, will everybody love red, blue, and yellow on their piece? So I'm going to give you guys a piece of advice. This is some relationship advice, okay? There is a sock for every foot. There is a sock for every foot, and there's a piece of furniture for every person. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not afraid to experiment with color as long as I get it to the point where I love it. When you hear me say I love it, then I know I've gotten to that point, right? And somebody will absolutely love on it. So I'm just splashing some red over it right now, and if you want to do this effect, my piece is already in black, but just know that when this is done and you're like, dang, I love that, then just know to completely recreate it, just paint your piece in black velvet first. So this kind of just saved me a step, you know, the fact that the wood is already done in this black veneer. So I'm trying to think, do I want to go in here and you know what? I think this would be kind of cool if I just left this in here black as is, and what I'll do is maybe go over that with my black velvet to kind of like make sure everything is nice and good, and you know, there's no chips or scratches inside, because as I'm working through this, I could really see this being left in a nice black opening right there, right? What do you guys think so far? You're like, oh my gosh. Seriously, if you just like it like that, way to go. Way to go. Not if you're wearing sandals. Uh-oh, I missed something. There's a sock for every foot. Oh no, people will wear sandals. Come on, you guys know that people wear sandals socks with sandals? Heck yeah. There's no rules of personality, right? Thank you for sharing. So I'm gonna dry this layer. So this is a cool look. I mean, I could hit it with a little bit more of my red apple if I really wanted more of an all-over color and just have, you know, the red and black. I think there's lots of people who just love to have a two-tone and leave it at that. But I got plans for this piece. So just do a light layer of paint. I don't do a whole lot of like paint on my brush, because I've got multiple layers I'm going to be adding in. I don't want it to take forever to paint. I'm not trying to get a ton of paint on it. But basically, I do want, in my finished piece, I do want to see some pops of red coming through, right? So this is why I'm not trying to paint the entire thing. I'm just kind of like putting it really lightly and over all the parts so that I want color on, right? All right, I'm gonna dry this with my heat gun. You don't need a heat gun. I tend to use it if I wanna speed up the process. If you're trying to do something and you want your paint to lay just perfectly, because you know, I do a shabby style look, that's just my love of what I love to do. But just know that you're probably best if you're trying to get your paint just to like lay perfectly or as perfect as possible and do a nice minimalist all over color. Let your paint dry naturally, right? Don't try to speed anything up. Don't try to force it. For me, I love using the heat gun as part of what I do because I can do it quickly and I'm doing shabby distressed, right? So for me, if it speeds up the painting or, you know, makes any sort of changes to the paint, like if I hold it in one place too long or anything like that, I'm just gonna sand over it, so it's okay. It can hide blemishes with this style, right? Shabby distress is definitely forgiving. That's why I tell you guys, you know what, if you love a little bit of distress, put some on, like if you're gonna paint an old rocking chair or just a rocking chair, put some color on it, do a little distressing with it, because at the end of the day, life happens. And so don't cry over it when, you know, something happens where, you know, something bangs into your paint a piece of furniture and now you have a chip or a piece of paint's missing or something like that. If you do it with a little bit of distressing into it, I just think it's so forgiving, right? So, just be. Theme of the day, just be. Enjoy it for what it is. But if you can let your guard down and put a little bit of distressing into it, go with what happens, you're probably going to be much more happier than trying to control life, right? You know what I'm saying. Thanks, Wendy. And this is just the first coat, my friends. So, all right, we're good. If there's a little bit of wet spots, doesn't matter. It's going to work. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab another shabby chip brush. You know what I'm saying? The paint Yvette is Junk Monkey Paint. It is our own recipe of paint. And as a shabby painter, this is paint that my husband made with me as a painter. And I started sharing it with other people and everybody started loving it. And hence the Junk Monkey was born, right? There you go. Matches your 21 outfits pilot today. That's funny stuff. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and now, shabby chip brush. This is my Liberty Blue. Let me see here. Yep, Liberty Blue's on the side of it. We have a darker one called Midnight Blue, which is much more of like a darker navy. You could do that too, but I'm going for color today, so I'm gonna keep it a little bit more vibrant. Okay, now I'm doing the same sort of thing over that color. And do you see what's happening? Now I'm getting some red and blue going together, right? Yeah, Janice, the shabby chip brush is great if you love this, you know, distressed look. If you look at the video that I did and just posted on my Facebook page a little bit ago where I made that Just Be sign, you know, you'll see I'm using that as well. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I just think sometimes, you know, we try as painters to get that old distress look, and at the end of the day, we don't need an expensive brush to do it, right? Just get a hard bristle brush like this, and it's perfect. All right, so now we got some red, we got some blue, all over, not trying to cover the red, not trying to cover the black. I just want to have a little bit of both going on. All right, these are my underlayers. So somebody's like probably joining right now going, what the heck is that? That, my friends, is the beginning of what's going to be a beautiful, colorful dresser. But do you see how the colors are coming together? Heck yeah. All right, so you can decide, you know, how much color you want to have coming through. You'll see what I mean when I do my top layer. So it's up to you, and you can pick your under, you know, your underlayer colors. So maybe you want to do pink and teal, you know? Maybe you want to do 2 other colors that just make you happy, like a mermaid tail and a red or something like that. But at the end of the day, I am just trying to get on some blue paint and some red paint onto this. Yeah, inspiration is priceless. Absolutely. You can do so much. Sometimes, you know, it's just seeing it, and especially as a creative, you're a visual, you see something and you're like, oh, those 2 colors will go so good together, or I should totally do that, you know? Sometimes it's just, you need somebody in your life to be like, oh yeah, you can totally do this. And you can totally do this. So we've got black that's showing through the original color of the piece. We got a red, and we have got our blue, right? And I think it's pretty cool, even just like that. I love that. Let me lean you in so you can even see. Let's see here. Can you see it? So we got red and blues going down. And the nice thing is this is like pretty much dry right now. Our paint dries really fast. Could you leave it like that and work with that as a finish? Heck yeah. Just pick your, you know, your favorite colors and go with it. But for me, I am not going to stop there because I'm going to push it, you know? All right, let me just get a good dry on this. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Priscilla. So what are you guys getting into today? Are you at work? Are you at home? I promise I won't tell or call your boss if you're at work or on your lunch break. What are you guys up to today? Getting into some creativity maybe when you get home tonight? You getting ready for the weekend? Picking up some good finds, some good things? Any auctions anybody's going to? You get some good stuff? I have a bunch of stuff that I need to get to. I've been so lucky because I've had people in my life giving me free furniture, like cleaning things out and going, we should just bring that over to Sonia. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Linda. Oh, I am Rebecca. I am going yellow. Heck yeah. But I'm doing some fun stuff before I get there. I'm dilly-dallying with some other fun colors. Get the back done. This is definitely going to be a color pop, whimsy fun. But yes, you could stop right there if you wanted to. Do some distressing on it, knock back some of it to the black. This will be a whole look in itself if you really wanted to. Just use your colors. If you use 2 colors, here's a tip. If you guys use 2 colors that are kind of similar or close to each other, you can get a beautiful blend look going on. So for example, let me see here. Let's see here. Like, did you guys see, for example, if you're not over in the Jug Monkey Paint Projects group, man, you're missing some good stuff. But Nori posted over there this morning that she just finished her cabinets. And guys, she painted them in Teal River and Misty Aqua. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Because those 2 colors are very similar, right? That one's a light and one's a lighter misty blue and one's a teal river, which, you know, it's that really pretty blue teal. So they're very close in terms of like the family of colors. And so when she brought those 2 colors together, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Make sure you find Jug Monkey Paint Projects. It's run by a Jug Monkey Paint Company here, so it's our group. And you guys get to post what you're working on. It's awesome. So you can put a call out for pictures and say, hey guys, I want to see somebody who's painted something in Liberty Blue. And other people will post their projects and share with you what they're working on. But the tip I was saying to you guys is if you use two colors that are very similar, so, or I make a custom color, like I showed you how to do that last night in our live. So for example, if I made a light blue for myself by using Liberty Blue and adding a little bit of white, and I made a very, very light blue for myself, like a pastel blue, or even a little bit more vibrant, and then I use my Liberty Blue at full strength and I did this look, you're not going to see so much of a dramatic effect because the two colors are very, very close to each other, right? So that can be used as a technique and you get a beautiful blend going down. Now these two colors, red and blue, hello, they're like opposites. So that's why it's going to look a little bit more exaggerated in like how much, you know, distressed and how dramatic this look is. But remember, this is my back layers today. So I'm getting this knocked out and then, yep, get ready for it. I'm going for yellow. And you're like, Sonia, this could totally turn into a clown. And it could, but I'm up to the challenge today. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh, it's pouring outside right now, guys, if you could see it. If you could see outside right now, the wind is picking up and, oh yeah, it's coming down. It's coming down and I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to put my yellow on. Now, I'm not gonna do any distressing right now, even though I'm like, you know, I'm a distress lover, so it's like, Sonia, distress me right now, but I gotta wait because I like to build up my layers and then I like to distress. Oh, it's gonna be so good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Sunshine Yellow, and we're talking yellow, yellow, yeah, right? Oh, look at that, guys, right? Like that right there, like I might as well just put like 2 eyeballs in a mouth and it's just smiling back at you. You know what I'm saying? So it's starting to get dark in here too. Oh, this is the best time to create, guys. Oh, this is like the best time right now. All right, I use my shabby chip brushes. Look, you can see where the fun has been over and over again, okay? So now I am going to go ahead, probably push that in. Yep, I'm gonna push that in. This here I'm gonna hit with my black velvet to freshen up the interior. And now it's like, okay, I've laid down my base. Now I'm gonna go with my shabby chip brush and I get to decide where I want to allow those colors to peek through, okay? So that's why I don't get all crazy. This piece is gonna be a yellow piece. And now I'm going to lay down yellow and be like, I want us to just see a little bit of that red and blue coming through, right? So let's do it. For anybody who is joining us that may be new, we like to give away banana bucks here on our Facebook channel and share the Junk Monkey love because, like I say, creativity is not just about painting. It is about, like, I don't know, you just get, it's okay, let's just be honest. It's like therapy in a can, okay? It's therapy in a can. And there's nothing better than creating and just getting to like a throwback to when you used to paint and draw when you were young. As adults, it's like we stop doing it, right? Because we get so busy and life happens. And so I'm on a challenge to spread the Junk Monkey love. And I love it when I see what you guys paint. So today we are going to do some $20 in banana bucks to some person who shared the video, hung out today with us. And that way you can paint in a color that you've been maybe eyeballing up on our website. All right. So again, you can add as much as you want, right? Are you starting to see it come together? Are you starting to see it? So right now I can see, because I'm using that shabby chip brush, I am seeing pops of red and blue come through, and it's not even done yet, guys. It's not even done yet. All right, let's go for the top. Take it from the top. So I'm going to allow some of that to come through there. Linda's hot over in California. Is that what I saw you just post, man? I just don't know how you guys live in those hot places. I'm a girl from like basically the Arctic and yeah, north, way north. And so it is like hot stuff. When I went down to Texas, I thought I was gonna die. It was hot. Did I say it was hot? Yeah, watch my vlog and take a shot of tequila or a glass of wine every time I tell you it's hot in that vlog, because that was a true story, man. I didn't know if I was gonna make it. But I made it, survived a telltale. And now I know the heat that you guys put up with. Holy moly. But it is a different sort of heat, right? Like, it's been really humid in these parts, and it doesn't feel like when I was in Texas because, again, it's just a different sort of heat. It's a dry heat over there. Over here, it's like just sweat to death. The beads of sweat just run down your back, you know what I mean? It's those kinds of days. All right. So I'm gonna do the side real quick here. How's it looking so far, guys? Are you seeing it? So in your mind, when you go to do this technique, just think of the colors that you like, that you want to have popping through. Like, think about the accent colors in your space, right? And what do you want to have coming through? Maybe you want to have antique lace with pops of pink coming through, and teal river, and just do a really pretty, girly, you know, feminine kind of style. This is definitely a more bolder piece, dramatic piece, because I am playing with a bright color and a blue and a red, and these are like, you know, when you think of primary colors, right? So it's going to be in your face, but I like in your face color. This would be gorgeous. Can I just tell you, like, this would be gorgeous on a hutch, like a big old hutch that you can distress and play up all the, you know, on like some hutches you got lots of detailing and stuff. This would be a beautiful effect to do on a hutch, and really then do some distressing and really show off all of its, you know, design that it might have on it. Anytime I can find a piece, like this is a pretty standard piece, right? Like this is basically a box with feet, you know what I'm saying? So there's not a whole lot of, you know, it's not like it's got any sort of curvaceous detailing or anything like that. So I'm making it interesting because now I'm putting like what looks like texture on it, right? And just making it look like really, really seen years of use. So I have to tell you that the more colors that you use to get a distressed effect, that is like, you know, it's gonna definitely look much more distressed if you use multiple colors. So you're seeing black right now, you're seeing blue, you're seeing red, and you're seeing yellow. And the reason why, think about, like, if you ever seen a door or a window on the side of the road that, you know, if your grandmother was like my grandmother and put on a million different coats of paint over the years, because paint is a wonderful thing to totally change a space, better than buying new, so much more cheaper and feasible. So, like, my grandmother used to paint things every single year, her window seals. Now, if I saw her window seal by the side of the road, I will tell you that if it sat out in the weather, it would peel back and show all those colors over the years, right? So when you do a piece, think about that in your mind and go, man, if this piece was distressed and showing all those colors, it would make me know that this piece has been around for a long time, right? So that's kind of like my thought when I'm bringing multiple colors into to a piece, is the fact that this is going to look really old the more colors I bring into it and keep adding onto it. Oh, I like it. I'm just going to hit the back of the legs real fast. And so, yeah. Now, I've got the knob, which is black. And to be quite honest with you, I might leave it in black just so it matches up with the bottom. You know what I mean? That way it's balanced. So I'm not done yet. I've got to do a few other things to balance it as well. And balance is what I say when I mean that I don't want the color to look, I don't want it to feel like unfinished, like where like you'll look at something and you're like, oh, I just need something else, right? So I'll show you what I do to bring it all together. But right now, we've got to dry it. It's already done a good job of kind of drying on its own, but we need to help it along, right? You've been seeing upcycled pieces. Heck yeah. So much fun. I can't help. You can't hide what's inside. And so for me, I do. I get excited. And when I find pieces that somebody else has thrown out, and you're like, oh my gosh, you could totally do something with that, right? Or, you know, you find stuff on the side of the road, you go thrifting and junking, or when somebody gifts you something that you knew that they were going to throw away, and you're like, this would be perfect to paint, you know? Because some people have the vision and some people don't. Some people need us in their lives so that they can go, oh my gosh, I never knew that you could do that, right? So we are those people. So we're going to make things beautiful. And then there are other people that, you know, are just like, will you paint it for me? Because I want to enjoy it, but I don't want to paint, right? Let me turn this other light on over here. just to help give it some extra light here. Hot, hot, hot in California. Yeah. Oh, curbside pines are the best. They're the best. Can't be free, man. Sometimes you do pay for it, though, when you get things for free. Anybody ever bought something and then go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I brought it home and I never smelled cat pee in it until I got it home? That happens, right? But at the end of the day, sometimes you can salvage it, sometimes you can't. And sometimes you have cases. Oh my gosh, I remember one time I picked up a dresser and this lady gave it to me for free. I was there to buy something else, and while I was there, she's like, you don't want this by any chance, do you? And I'm like, heck yeah, load me up. So I threw it in my car. And I kid you not, the legs like came out to like between my car seats right here by my face. And I had my windows up. And I probably had gone maybe 10 minutes because remember, it sat out in an open area for a long time. And so you couldn't smell anything when you're standing next to it. And then you put it in your car with the windows closed and you're like, what is that god-awful smell? You know what I'm saying? That piece, I was like, no. It was too far gone. Too far gone. Working and watching. You found some chairs. Yay! Well, can't wait to see what you do with them. We have to post them over in our Jug Monkey Paint Project page. Show them off, your before and your after. So I've been telling you guys that when I dry my pieces, I don't always like stand here to the point till the cows come home when this piece is completely dry. I do like to possibly leave a few spots that are just a few spots that are not quite all the way dry because it's called a wet distress. And I like my pieces to have like lots of distressing on them. Now if you did not want to have this much distressing, you know what you do? You put on another coat of yellow paint. That's all you do. You put on some more yellow paint. And what that will do is cover in more of those colors that are in your piece. And then it gets intensified with the yellow, right? I'm leaving this with one coat of yellow, but if I went over it with one more coat, oh my gosh, it'll be yummy as well. Total yumminess. Yay, thanks Kate for putting that up. All right, so what I do, I like to not worry about all my paint areas being dry because I am going to rip my paint. Not rip your pants, rip your paint. All right, let's see. Let's do the kind of like the finger test to make sure it's like, yay, nice and dry, or pretty well dry. So I'm gonna grab my medium grit sand pad right here. They're on my website too, because a lot of you guys will say, Sonia, what grit sand pad do you use? These are the medium ones, okay? You can see how coarse they are, right? So what happens is they're gonna, oh, it's gonna be so amazing. All right, guys, and I can put some paint over here. It's blue right now, which I could leave that blue if I wanted to. But okay, can we just it's gonna be so awesome. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and distress back. I'm so happy for this little drawer. I really am. So I'm doing the edges to really, do you start to see how nice that's starting to look right there? Oh my gosh. Now remember, my tip is to turn your sand block, not just go flat on your area, which you can, but to turn your sand block on the side, and it gives you a little bit more more oomph, you know what I mean? Because you can kind of press it into your piece. Just remember, just like you're keeping your brush strokes all horizontal, you're also going to do your sand in the same direction as well, okay? So it looks more natural. So if I go into a vendor store and I see like little scrubby marks that looks like little circles of spots, and literally your piece looks like it's spotted, then I know somebody needs some help with their painting, okay? So this is the tip of how you avoid, distress spots don't happen in circles, right? So we're gonna go long ways with this. You see that nice long distress mark right there? And what's cool, guys, is because I've got those two colors under the yellow, now I'm seeing like blue and red come through, all right? So again, turning your block on the side is going to be a great way to get enough oomph, you know, and power behind your sanding to be able to really expose some of those pieces, right? I'm basically doing a curve right here because I want to do that nice curved edge. I love the ripping distress. Oh, so nice. You starting to see that? So you can stand back and look at it, and like, if you feel like you need another distress mark, you can add it wherever you want it. But that's why I say, can you imagine an entire hutch done in a multiple color distress fashion? I mean, I just think that would be gorgeous. And this is just one drawer. All starting to come together. Heck yeah. Sometimes when you first put paint on, it can be kind of scary because you haven't gotten to your final look just yet. You just got to trust the process, right? You got to be like, I know what I'm doing. So when I first put my coat of colors down, sometimes it can be scary because I got to trust that by the time I put the color that I want most prominent, which is going to be the last color you put on. If I put yellow on first, then the yellow would be hidden. But I want color in my studio, right? So I'm going to go with this. Yay! I'm going to show, this piece doesn't have a whole lot of details into it, so I'm going to make sure I distress each part of these pieces that make it up to make it interesting to the eye, right? A little bit down there, and I'm going to work my way around. So remember, when you do distressing, oh gosh, you could have just seen how much ripped off over there. When you do distressing, do it, and you know you're going to do a distress piece. Do it as close as possible to the point that your paint just dried, okay? All right, same thing. I'm going to distress the top. So come take a look. There was a piece up here. Let's see if I can show you down here. There was a piece up here. Woohoo, walk in with me right here. That when I dried, it wasn't completely dried. So when I took my sand pad and I remember that I'm going in this direction with my sand pad, it literally ripped it right off. And now I've got this gorgeous, gorgeous distress mark up here. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so far, project is turning out. And you can do as much distressing as you want. Whew. Same sort of thing. I'm gonna do my sides. Rip some of that paint down. Whew. This block is like, I'm giving up. You can see it's like got some yellow paint on it. That's okay. This is how I'm using it today. I'm going to rip a little bit more over here. All right, and I'm going to let this one sit. I know I have another sand block here. What did I do with it? Let's find another one here. He's semi-used, but he's going to do it up. So I am loving this. Guys, you know what I can't wait for? Can I just be honest here? Because you guys know when I say this, what's going to happen. We haven't even monkey shined it yet. We haven't even monkey shined it yet. I mean, seriously, the potential. Oh, love it. All right, so we're good there. We're really good there. So I could take some black and do some edging, but in this case, because my piece was black, when I distressed it, I see black, right? But this is the effect that when I do my signature eyeliner effect, as we call around these parts, that what happens is you can put some of that on there, right? But in this case, I've already got it on there. Okay, so now I get to, let's put our knob back on. Where did he roll? Where did he roll? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Right there. All right, black knob right there. So remember, I could hit this with black velvet down here. It's really not scraped up or anything. I'll probably just monkey shine that and just like clean it up a little bit. but then it's done, right? So let me go ahead, and I think I'm gonna have to put a stencil on it though. Now this is very like, I don't know, this is definitely for somebody who loves, you know, eclectic and color. For me, I'm a collected lover, meaning that I love different colors and, you know, I'm not afraid of color. I love shabby boho, all that good stuff. So let me see here. I'm gonna peek through my book here to see if I see anything I like that pops out at me. This is my stencil book for anybody who's not seen it before. And I have it linked on my, this could be a possible one, junkmonkeypaint.com page, and this puts Sonia's favorite things. Actually, Kate, can you throw that up for me? That'd be awesome. She's watching on the other side. So, yeah, I could put a rooster on there too, right? Let me see, what else do I have here that might work? But these are awesome because they're $14.99, and you know, they're used to put like your artwork and stuff like that into, but I use them for my stencils, and that way they're kept nice and just really, really cool, right? But you can put your artwork into them as well and, you know, use them for a lot, right? I do not. Right now I do not sell any stencils. I have a few in my store, but just watch because I think there are going to be some coming very soon. So what do you think of these? These are the ones I got at Hobby Lobby, and I think I paid like $5.99 for them. So I got a dream catcher and I got a feather because I feel like if this stays in my studio, I'm going to love it anyhow. But the kind of person that would enjoy something like this is not going to probably have a, well, maybe a rooster, possibly a red rooster, but they're not going to want like Paris written on here, right? So it's important to pick a stencil that goes with the personality of the piece because that your furniture represents your own personality, right? So I'm definitely thinking maybe a dream catcher. What do you guys think? Right there? Or one feather. It could be either way. What do you think? All right, so let's tip it forward. So I probably would put the dream catcher right here, which is pretty darn cute. I do like that. Tiffany, this right here is black, red, blue. Those are all the colors right there. So, and I'll take a picture after so you guys can really see it too. So what do you think? What should I do? Feather, dream catcher? Man, you guys make it hard. You guys make it hard on me. All right, let's see here. Let me see if I can like turn this down so you can see it. Can you see them? This is black down here, but do you see the red and the blues right here? All right here. These are all blues coming through. So hopefully you can see that, right? All right, so you guys are saying feather. All right, let's put a feather on real quick. Let's see, this one's kind of got a curve to it, and since it's going in the corner, I'll probably make use of that one. I'm thinking. Nope, I'm switching it up. We're gonna go dream catcher. I'm gonna go with something that's a little bit more substantial, okay? So I'm gonna put that right here. So I got this one at Hobby Lobby if anybody's looking for it. And I don't pay a lot for my stencils. I'm a girl who loves to design on a budget. Keep my stencils safe in that book, and then from there I can keep using them over and over again. Ask me, do I wash my stencils? You know what I'm gonna tell you? Ain't nobody got time for that, okay? So I'm gonna lean this forward and test faith, okay? Test faith. Oh, why that door's open? We should probably hit a little bit of black onto it. Why don't we do that? That way it'll match up with the interior. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of black on there right there. I'm gonna do the finger rub all over it just to get it nice and blended. Blue. This is why I have a painter's tarp right there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my black, take a little bit off my can, on the edge of my can, and because black is like, other than my color, that's my color that I'm using, I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over it right here. And I'm gonna do my shabby chip brush dance because this piece is distressed. I do not want this stencil to look completely perfect. That is not the vibe I'm going for. All right, there we go. That's why I love my shabby chip brushes, right? And I keep using them over and over and over. All right, you like the feather better. Is that what somebody said that? Oh, Stephanie. Well, there you go, girl. You have to you replicate it and then do your tang. Do what you love. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here. Put it back in there to my portfolio. Let's hit this drawer up before we close it real quick. See, I love, love, love. I'm happy I went with that. I do love that. All right. So let's hit this. This is what it looked like, by the way, when it was all done. Whew. I think that drawer has one of those connections that keep it from like completely falling out, which is a good thing right now. Total good thing right now. So remember, if you want it less distressed, add more yellow. That's all you have to do. If you want to control the peekaboos of the color that you see, just paint over those areas more or less when you do it yourself, right? So let's go ahead now and put on some Milky Shine, and this is also going to help make those colors pop. So you'll probably be able to see them even more so once I do this step, right? So fun. Heck yeah. Do what you love. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Monkey Shine. This is just our all-natural beeswax finish. And everybody's loving on it, and it's awesome. So it's just so rich and just really hydrates your wood and makes really all your colors come, okay? Let's do a test and see what you can see when I do this. Can you see what I've painted and what I haven't, and how it changes that? Ooh, this is nice. I like that. I'm not gonna buff just yet. Oh, hey Kate. Would you have a Loria grab me a nice fresh buffing cloth? Alright. Oh, thanks. Awesome. Alright. Make sure we get that little lip as well. Alright. So if you watch my vlog today, you'll probably have a better understanding as well of how when you seal with our Monkey Shine, you know, why it protects. Look at this, guys. Can you see it? I've got one line on here right there. Nope, just Monkey Shine it. If you ever want to, you know, re-shine it down the future, you can. You can totally do it, but you don't have to. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. All right. Like, let's just like look right there. You can see what I've done and what I haven't done. Do you see the difference? This looks definitely a little bit more pale compared to this. In fact, I could probably Monkey Shine my sign that I did earlier today. I don't have to. The reason why you want to seal is, like, if you have a piece that's potentially going to get exposed to, you know, stains or things that are going to be on it. But for signs for your wall, nobody's probably going to put, like, a cup of milk or a cup of tea on your sign for your wall, right? But when you're getting into furniture, there's always a possibility. Just know, because our paint is porous, it can definitely suck up, you know, any sort of stains that it comes in contact with. So when you put on your sealer, you're basically creating a resist for the outside, right, of your piece. So you can seal with like our banana peel or our Monkey Shine, and that's totally up to you. Right now I'm just buffing it on. You can get all these things that I'm using for anybody who is joining us new. You can get them on our website, so you too can create gorgeous furniture. Alright, let me get this other section over here. This makes me want to like do my sign that I did this morning. I'll take that out again, because actually now I'll have a, you know what, now I'll have a matching set. If I keep this piece, I should like hang my sign over it. And it'll go together so nice. When am I all done here? I'll give you guys like a closer up view so you can see it better. Alright, love that. Alright, so now we buff, right? And this is our buffing cloth right here. And they're on our website as well. And basically they're a tightly woven rag that is just for this purpose. And what it's going to do is pick up any of the excess now that's on the top. I'm going in circles as well when I do this to push it into and really buff it into my piece to clog off all those paint pores. And when I'm done, if I've done a good job, it should be nice and smooth, okay? So I can like flip this to really make sure it's not gonna feel oily. I wanna make sure it's buffed into my piece really, really well. All right, let's see here. I think I might have the perfect space for this too. Oh yeah. So what do you guys think so far? colors would you do? Would you go with something as bold and dramatic as yellow and blue and red and leave it shabby? Or would you go with more, would you do like whites, like vintage white and an antique lace and a brown maybe, like a little bit more of a neutral? That would be a great combination as well. You know, if it was you, would you do one more coat of your top color because maybe you like it a little bit, a little less distressed look? So those are all the things that you can control about your piece. But this is a way to make that boring black stand. Just dust out in there real quick. Oh yeah. Maybe I could stack my books in there. That would be so nice. Guys, what do you think? And then of course, because I have red in there popping through, you know, my vase has been with me forever. How cute is that? Cute is that? Yes, you could put glaze over it before you seal it if you want it to do anything with it as well. But this is my sign that I made, and if you want to see how I made it, remember, just go over to our Facebook page when you're done here. And this is the one I did this morning, okay? So this is also yellow. This is a good to kind of show you. This is unsealed, this is sealed. Do you see the difference in the color? So I don't need to seal this because this is going on my wall. But now that I think I'm going to pair this up with it, which I think would be gorgeous, I think I should seal it so that way the colors match, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let me see here. I'll point you down so you guys can see what I'm up to. You see that right there? So here is a tip, because if you watch my DIY video on this sign that I made earlier today, that this is vinyl, I would never want to use my monkey shine before I put my vinyl on, because vinyl is a sticker and it needs something to hold on to. Remember, the monkey shine is an all natural beeswax oil finish and it's made to repel. You don't want it to repel your sticker. So get your sticker on there good, and then you can monkey shine the area around it. Make sense? So let's go ahead now, because I'm gonna want these to match for sure. Now I did put it, now that I should think about it, I did put a little antique lace in this yellow, so that's probably why it's gonna look a little bit lighter in some parts, because I kind of did like a really cool effect on here. But it will definitely intensify my yellow. So I'll have parts of it that will match this really nice. So some of this yellow, because it has white, like last night, remember when we did our color, we need that to stay on. We did our color, so our color combos, if you add white, it will lighten. So that's what I've got going down with this piece today. Oh yeah. Don't want to disturb my sticker, so I'm going to try to be very gentle. You don't have to seal it. It's a sign. Nobody's going to wear it around their neck and, you know, walk around your house with it on and eat food on it, so you'll be good. But you can do it if you just want it to pop. So I do want some of the yellow in here to like look a little bit more like this yellow, right? Even though this is kind of blended down, but it definitely makes it, you can see there's parts of yellows that will tie into this. So I will get this set up and take a picture when it's all done and staged together. But I think I know the perfect place I'm gonna set this up. I love it so much. So much. Will you stay there or will you fall? That's gonna be the question right there. Yay, yay. So there you go. Does it make sense? Does that make sense, my friends? Oh, I just love it. I'm testing fate, but again, by just leaving that sit up there just like that. But I'm feeling risky today. Totally feeling risky. Let's see here. All right. So I'm going to lean you in just a little bit so you can see it. But yeah, this is just a piece that somebody threw away, right? So now we have just, you know, and this little knob here has a little dent into it already. You know what? I don't even have to do anything with that, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to make this look old. So if I actually just clean this and it works because it fits the piece, you know, so play up and go with the colors that you get, right? let's see here. Can you guys kind of see that a little bit better? I'm gonna take a still shot so you can really see it. But yeah, how beautiful is that? Yay, 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 yay. You can't see me right now, but I'm dancing with the giant. Whew, that was a lot of work. I'm dancing with the tripod, just for you guys. All right, so there you go. Let me just try something because, again, I'm tempting fate, but let's see here. Because I'm feeling it today. Let's see here. Dang. All right, now it's just gonna be backwards to me, but hopefully you can see it. There you go. So that way you guys can at least get an idea of how it's supposed to look. Just be. And did you see how I put that little period right there? Like I said, complete sentence. Boom, we are done. So I'm gonna holler out a winner real quick here, right? Yay! There is beauty, Teresa. Just like there's beauty in every person, there's beauty in every piece. And I just think that when you find a piece that's dented and it's scratched, that's because life happened, right? It had life happen to it. I mean, look at us, right? We all have things that have happened to us and shaped who we are today. Furniture can be shaped as well. And so when I'm working on a piece of furniture, I'm like, buddy, you know, we can save you. Somebody gave you to the Goodwill, but we can save you, make you beautiful, and use you in our space, right? So I could have totally put like maybe a stormy forest on here or a classic color, like traditional color, but today went a little bit funky. And because it's such a plain sort of like square, nothing really crazy going on with it, it's the paint job that now makes it look interesting because it was a $9.99, you know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely, Jan, you got it. Okay, all right, let me holler out a winner, and then I'm gonna have you, Kate, can you hear me?
I have a winner.
You have a winner? Oh, thank you for doing that work for me. She's so good.
Tracy Harper.
Tracy Harper. Kate has picked you, Tracy Harper. T-R-A-C-E-Y or Y? No E. T-R-A-C-Y-H-A-R-P-E-R. There you go. There you go. Yes, right? So can I show you my finds that I just found? My finds that I just found at my Dollar General. And like I say, I'm not an art snob. If I just see something I like, it doesn't have to be uber expensive, but it can be fun, right? Guys, look at this. I'll show you. You guys are going to want to get some too. They just brought them out. Love me some owls. You guys know. Look, $2.50 right there. Let's see if I can get it in close enough so you can see it. $2.50, or else you're just gonna have to trust me. All right, so these are perfect for my pens and things like that. As you know, I just moved into a new part of the building, so now I get to have my own studio space and hang out with you guys and feel a little more put together in my studio, which is so cool. Look at this one, white. Okay, so if you love owls, let's see if I can come up close. If you love owls, and you love farmhouse, this is gonna be a cute one right here. Okay, so this is a white one. So we got a green one, I got a white one, and oh, dang. This one might have to go on this piece right here because I didn't buy one. I bought three because they're only $2.50, right? Again, look at this. This one's kind of like a really cool red, right? I love it, like orangey kind of red. So isn't this beautiful right here? Like, I cannot wait to use this in my studio, and then I can just like grab my scissors, because I don't always use things for like how you would picture them, you know? My mugs become my holders. And so now I can like, yay, make it fun, right? So $2.50, go out and get yourself a little pen holder that makes you happy on your desk. And then, you know what? Life is good. Life is good. See, just use these all the big mugs I can find, and have fun with it. Yay, yay, yay. I actually used, Catherine, a stencil that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it looks like this, and it was like $5.99, and there was even another part on it that says Dream, but I just made use of this part right here. No, I'm not going to clean it. It's going to go back into my stencil book, and just make use of your coupon, right, so you can get it for like, if they're not on sale that week, get it so that you can get 40% off. You know what I'm saying? Heck yeah. So there you go. We've designed on a dime today, guys. I hope you feel some inspiration. Thank you for sharing and for hanging out with me here. There is more to do tomorrow. We've got another project to knock out, so we will definitely do that as well. Make sure if you want to make sure you get the notifications from Pickle the Monkey, all you have to do is go to the top of our Facebook page if you haven't already done it, click the message button, and Pickles the Monkey operates that, okay? And you just type the word live or subscribe, and he puts you on a list to send you out a notice, okay? When I remember to tell him before I go live, and then you get notified that, hey, Sonia's going live in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so get your popcorn. All right. See you later, friends. Watch my vlog coming up later on YouTube. Learn a little bit more about cleaning your piece, okay? And yes, I'm so glad, Pam, because I haven't missed you already, Galen. You're so sweet. So if you keep watching my videos, I swear to God, if you keep watching my videos, because every video I focus on different things, like your mind is gonna just be like, I know so much, you know, all the shortcuts I love to share with you guys. And of course, the paint makes it easy. So go to junkmonkeypaint.com, find your colors, find your piece, and let the creativity happen. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.